Happy 2026. Happy New Year. Hope all is well. Hope all is well. Hold on. This is my year of maturity. I'm not a kid anymore. I'll be 40 in 22 days. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Um, I wanted to hop on here real quick because yesterday, New Year's Eve, uh, I was at a wedding all day. My man, we have one, so last around probably October of last year, we started Chicago Fifth Red. So we had one guy come for the official town hall. His name, my boy, Fuqua. He's We have a total of 9 members. He was the first original guy who wasn't afraid to come out and stand with us. And he's more in the background. He got married yesterday, and he has a baby on the way. So congratulations to that. We need more babies. We need more marriages. So shout out to my conservative king who got married yesterday, Fuqua. So and it was great. It was such a great wedding. It was at the Daily Plaza. Honorable Toya Harding. She officiated the wedding, the ceremony. I got to meet Mr. Fuqua, his father, and cousins and family and friends. It was very intimate, but was great, straight to the point. And then we had the reception at Joe's Seafood. Um, Great as well. That's one of my mother's favorite little places she used to go to all the time. So it's good to go there. And then we ended at New Year's Eve celebration at Chemistry, which is a steakhouse in Hyde Park. But I think one of the best things about yesterday was it didn't have to be, you don't have to spend all of this money for a magnificent moment. And it was magnificent yesterday. It was great to see that. An idea for myself when I decide to get married. And less is more and intimate. I've always been a person that love to throw big shadings, right? And love to have a whole bunch of people around, which I still will want that. But you have to go back to intimate. And intimate doesn't have to be relationship wise. Intimate could be family. Intimate could be just your close immediate friends. Intimate can be, people that you just vibe with and you align with. So shout out to Fuqua and Sierra yesterday. I wish them many, 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 many years till death do us part. That's what I wish. I wish to death do us part, sickness and health. And it was just great to see that it's time for us to. It's our time. It's our time to keep the traditions going. It's our time to get married. It's our time to stand up and be, if you're a man, to be the best man to lead, and as a woman to be to let them lead and support them, but also keep them on track. That's a partnership, and a partnership doesn't have to be uh, intimate as well. You know, as long as you guys have a partnership, could be a brother and a sister. Partnership could be best friends. A partnership can be husband and wife. You know, um, yeah, that's that was great. But I want to come on here because I want to let you guys know that I will be, like I said, I'll be 40 in 22 days. I have a hoodie challenge going. I would like to sell 400 hoodies for the for the month of December. And that's because, like I say, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a business owner. I've always been like that. Before I got into this, I have a brand called Uncomfortable Truth Lifestyle. Some people know me because of Uncomfortable Truth Lifestyle. Some people do not. So my Uncomfortable Truth Lifestyle, that's my alter ego, but also understand that I built a great brand. Also, I will not probably be seen in a lot of the stuff that I used to wear because I am now uh, have to lead by example because a lot of kids that do follow me and a lot of parents that do let their kids follow me. So, one of my resolutions for New Year's, for this year, for New Year's, is to not curse, um, to not name call, even though some of these people need to be called the names that I call them, but I also know that it's bigger than my personal gripe with them. One of my other issues is I'm not going to speak on my case anymore. Everyone knows the situation that's going on with my family, friends. If they take care of it, cool. It's out there. All the evidence is out there. I proved my case, but also at the end of the day, it's bigger than my mom's case, my godfather's case. It's about this corruption and how they are killing small business owners. I call the city of Chicago, the state of Illinois, SBK. They're small business killers. And they're going to continue to do that if we do not take a stand. So, as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, as a person that understands and believes that in order for this system to work in this city, someone has to stand up for that. But my case is what led me to Chicago for this red and me being here. I've done everything that I said I was going to do. There's no need to speak about that anymore. I'm leaving that in the past. On top of, I'm going to, like I said, curse, no cursing and no name calling. Uh, we have to get on to the NGOs. We have to get on to the corruption. The corruption in the city of Chicago is like it's to the point. Like I said, it's no, it's they just corrupted, and they're gonna continue to corrupt if we do not bring it to an end. And the end is these people need to resign or they need to go to jail. I appreciate everything that President Trump is doing, but until these people get arrested, it really doesn't matter. And that's what I'm on. But I don't knock my president. I love my president. My president did something that every other uh, person who got into the main reason why they got into politics should did. He's not a politician. So the way that y'all tried to hold him to be a politician, now he saw what I see. And as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, as a family person, as a person, I would have done the same thing. He's not going to be perfect. There's no such thing as a perfect person out here, and a perfect politician. So, and we're not going to hold him to a standard that you guys didn't hold any of these other politicians to. That makes no sense. He's doing the best that he can. Just like I have to realize too that you know I have to certain things that I cannot say or do anymore because I put myself out here to make sure that we take care of stuff. All right. So this is where you gotta you already starting crazy. All right, put you on a timeout because what is you talking about, Madami? We're not talking about Madami right now. Um, Happy New Year, Miss Bernadette. So yeah, so this year I'm going to focus on CTU and CPS. I will be down in City Hall, but not as much. I will be going to Cook County as well. And then I'm going to focus on TIF, the TIF money that was allocated to our communities. And just going, and I'm going to break down how this TIF money is being used and stolen and stuff like that. Um, because I built I built my stage down in city council. So anytime I have to go to city council, I can make that announcement I'm going to city council and I can go down there and do what I need to do. But I need to get in these trenches. I need to get in the streets. I need to talk to my people. I need to talk to these kids. I need to talk to, and also protest. I need to protest CTU. I have to protest CTU. There's no reason why we're not protesting CTU. We need to be protesting CTU. CTU needs to be dismantled. They don't mean us any good. They don't mean our children any good. They don't mean the teachers no good. The real teachers who really are trying to teach, they don't mean our parents no good. They don't mean our kids no good. They don't mean the city no good. You know what I'm saying? They took it all the way somewhere else that as they forgot. And so that's that. Also, the governor's race is coming up. Primaries is coming up March 17th. So I have to focus on that as well because at the end of the day, we are going to have to endorse someone. And I've done all my research. No, again, you ain't gonna find no perfect Governor Pritzker. He just got to get up out of here. So you're not gonna find a great governor. Okay, I mean, like when I say great governor, like there are gonna be some things that you may not like about him. Like there's some people that may not like some things about me. Some people don't like that I call people. I'm not gonna say it no more because I'm moving on. But some people don't like that I curse. All right. Some people don't like because I'm fat. Some people don't like that I'm gay and a conservative. So you understand? So it's gonna be certain things that people are just not gonna like, and you're gonna have to outweigh the good versus the bad. So, but we are gonna have to endorse a governor, and we will endorse a governor soon. So I will let you know that. Also, people are more than welcome to come on our platform on Famous Friday, and we've already had Sheriff Mendricks, uh, Aaron Delmar will be doing January 30th. We have Diane Harris. She will be January 5th. She's running for Secretary of State. We have Ramona Bonilia. I hope I'm saying your name right. She's January 9th. She's a teacher. She also is an ex-CTU member, and she is planning on running for alderman in Cardona's ward. And she's a Republican. She's Puerto Rican. Shout out to my Puerto Ricans. And yeah. And I also want to give a huge shout out to the Puerto Ricans who have stepped up and reached out to us and have not been afraid to really push their line. Gerardo, he's Mexican, but shout out to Gerardo, shout out to Carol Reyes, shout out to Ramona, shout out to Lou. Shout out to Mr. Arroyos. I hope I'm saying y'all names right. I know I'm murdering names, last names, and I get it because they murdered my last name too. My last name is Leigh. They say Leigh, La, Lehigh, all that stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna get better with that. Um, but I appreciate that. I have a grandniece, great niece. So I have an older sister. She's 20 years older than me. She has three daughters. My oldest niece on my sister that my sister had. She's born in '89. I'm born in '86. She has a daughter. Her child's father, he's Puerto Rican from New York. So yeah, I come from New York. I have no issue with the Dominicans, the Dominicans, the Puerto Ricans, the Mexicans. I don't. The issue is the racism. The issue is uh, forgetting about who we are and what Black America has done to this country as far as the influence. And we all have influence, but our culture it keeps it running. Everybody culture keeps it running, but our culture keeps it running, and we do not get the recognition and the pennies and the money that's deserved for it, and it's our fault. So I don't take it. Don't get it twisted. I don't blame anybody. I blame ourselves for not knowing our worth. But I do appreciate the people that understand our worth and are willing to be our allies to push us to where we need to be because it's our turn. It's our turn to figure it out with the help of the American citizens, with the help of our allies from all over, white America, Hispanic America, Black America. It's up. It's our time. You know what I'm saying? We done got lazy. We politically illiterate. I'm arguing with my own people. You know what I'm saying? I'm arguing with my own people about the obvious. So I appreciate you guys not being afraid, not being scared. Like I said, I grew up with white people. So I understand what racism is when I see it, but I also know that all white people are not racist, just like all Black people are not good people. So it is what it is. So it's gonna take an all hands on deck moment, and someone that's willing to step up to the plate and save this state and save this city. And that's what I'm on. I'm on that. I'm on whoever's willing to save this city. Um, as much as I love this city, like I said, I used to say all the time, I can't love this city more than the Chicagoans, and it's real. My mother's born and raised from here, born and raised here. I'm from New York. And if I was in New York at the time, and this happened in New York, I'd probably be doing the same thing in New York. It just happened. The situation with my family happened in Chicago, but everything happens for a reason. So all that, all that good stuff. March 17th, we have the Daily Plaza. We're supposed to be having Daily Plaza March 17th. I will let you know once we have it solidified and stuff that we have that. March 17th is important because that is election day, primary day for that. We have already have a few endorsements out there already that we have posted and stuff like that. So people do know that. Do we have a governor endorsement? Not yet, but we will be endorsing a governor before the primaries because this is crucial and important. So, and I'm not, and like I said, I do my research. Like I said, it ain't gonna be everything's not gonna be perfect, but it's not gonna be what we have now. The Democratic Party is anti self-sufficient. They don't want you to be self-sufficient at all. They don't want you to run nothing. They don't want you to have nothing. They don't want you to procreate. Now, the abortion thing, I am pro-life. If I was to ever have a baby, if I was to ever get pregnant, I don't think it's gonna happen anytime soon. But if I was ever get pregnant, I would not have an abortion. So I am pro-life. However, I do understand that there are certain situations and things that happen that require a person that may need to do that, but that, and it's not none of our business. I just feel like the issue is to repeatedly have them. Like you're messing up your body, and there are ways for you not to continue to get pregnant. So that's just, I mean, I just think that's a mental health issue that you just want to have sex wrong and then continuously to have sex wrong and then go to Planned Parenthood like all the time. Like that's just weird. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't want to keep taking your body through all these things. But it's not our business either. But we are depopulating. So it's just like, just keep that in mind. So that's all I'm saying. But I don't, I can't judge you. I'm never going to judge you on what you're doing with your life, on your personal life, because that's what you want to do, as long as you're not having sex with children or raping people or anything like that. That's come on now, or taking advantage or anything, those type of things. But just think about marriage. Just think about relationship. Just think about uh, uh, that your legacy, your child. You know what I'm saying? That's that. Don't, and also don't have a child to depend on the government. Because like I don't want to depend on the government. Somebody said that I did the 40,000 hoodie challenge, right? I did the challenge. Somebody said I was doing it wrong. I'm gonna lose the people who follow me because I need to get out there and ask for donations. I literally said that if for my birthday wish, it's my birthday, it's my birthday year, right? It's my birthday year. I'll be 40. I'm literally asking for people to donate. I mean, to purchase a hoodie. Merch is how I'm gonna be. I had a merch. I had a very successful merch build business before I got into this. I always say merch is it. I need to have merch wherever I go. Do you know how many places I go to? If I even go to the city hall, and if I walk in there with 10 to 15 hoodies with me, people will purchase the hoodies right there. I'm the one messing up my bag. You understand? That's just how it was with my shirts and for Uncomfortable Truth Lifestyle. I'd be walking somewhere, be like, yo, you don't gotta. Some people do. People have impulsive spending, right? And if they want it, especially black people. We want it right there. They paying for it. You understand? They paying for it. One of my shirts that I made, uh, Pride 2021 here, or maybe 2022 here. A couple of people wore it. I don't do I don't go to festivals or any of those things like that. I don't do it. But I actually had the day of the Pride Festival here, and I think it was 2022. He was 21 or 2022. I think it was 2022. I had a pop-up shop that was far away from Boys Town. It was actually in South Loop because I have a lot of straight friends that support me. So I had the option for it. I had it during that time, but I had it far away. So my straight friends don't have to come all the way to Boys Town to support what I had. But there was a girl that was down there. She had my shirt on, and I remember her taking a picture and saying, "Hey, someone just bought your shirt off of me for $100." Now she spent $40 for the shirt, but somebody liked her shirt so much that they gave her $100 for the shirt off her back. So I know that what I can make with merch, and I don't have to be um, person, I have the luxury of, if donors decide, when we do put everything together, when donors decide to give us money and stuff like that, I still have the option of, well, hey, thank you for donating to us. We're gonna do what we need to do, but at the end of the day, I'm making money off my merch. That's the problem. I have my own business. I have my own business first. Chicago for Red. That's a business to me. That's a corporation to me. That's something that I feel like is going to be able to help a whole bunch of cities, a whole bunch of states. So that's what I look at it first. Politically, yes, we're here. So but that's how I feel about those things. Right now, so far since I put the challenge out there, I see people purchasing. I see it. So I see. I think I've already some 10 hoodies have been purchased since I put it up, and that's a good thing for me. 10 hoodies on the first day that I put it up. Yeah. And I don't mind packing them. I don't mind packing them and putting a specialized card in there because for me, you know what I'm saying, that I handwritten. That's what you're supposed to do. Um, yeah. So um, that's life. I also want to let you know that Brandon Johnson did raise y'all property taxes. Now he's going to say that he did not raise y'all property taxes, but he did. He raised them. It's going to be raised twice. He raised them secretly. Well, it's not really secretly. People just don't want to talk about it. He don't want to talk about it. But he raised your taxes. That's why these taxes are up all the way up here. And then he also raised your taxes about this $25 million that he had a school board vote on. He doesn't want to say it, and he's not going to say that because in his campaign, he ran on uh, not raising property taxes, but he did. And that's what they're all going to do. They're going to continue to raise property taxes because that's all they can do. The Democratic Party is a nonprofit, a non-for-profit that keeps stealing taxpayer dollars and grants and all that stuff. They pick and choose who they put in these departments, and they tell you who's going to get this, who's going to get that, who's going to get that, so they can do kickbacks for their campaigns. So me raising money for my group to make sure our operational costs are together, but also being able to be out here in these streets. You know what I'm saying? And eventually I'm gonna have to hire people. I am gonna have to hire people to make sure that people are getting out here to vote, registering to vote, what they need. I need office spaces. I need a whole bunch of stuff. And also, again, a place to stay, which is in the works. So that's that. I'm doing everything that the Democratic Party do. They're just not truthful about it. I'm keeping it 100. I'm going to pay people and pay people a respectable salary. People's time is worth money, especially these kids. These kids' attention span, they got TikTok, they got Instagram, they got Facebook. You know what I'm saying? They don't really have nothing in their communities to really do what they need to do and stuff like that. So to get their attention, to get their influence, because they are influenced now. You can't act like that the babies aren't influenced. They are influenced, and for them to do something that is productive and something that's going to get them to understand civics, because the CTU don't care if they know about civics. Brandon Johnson don't even know about civics. He don't even know what he's doing. So yeah, so that's how that works. And those good things. Let's see what else do I got to talk about. I think Brandon Johnson will lose, but it is going to take um, facts. Another thing when it comes to the Merck situation, getting the information out there. We're gonna have to get flyers. We're gonna have to put it out there. Like it's not a game. I'm gonna have to have like you know, if anybody's ever if you guys have ever, I used to promote shows, comedy shows. I told you I come from the comedy world. So in the comedy world, you know, you got to pay people to go out there and put in flyers. Now, for me, I used to put my own flyers out there, and I don't mind doing it now. I don't mind knocking on everybody's door and giving them information. Now, especially, and I don't have name recognition. It may be some people that'll close the door on me. I don't care. But a majority of the people are not going to close the door on me. And that's just what it is, you know. And I'm about home ownership. I'm about business ownership. I want to own my own home, and my own home, a single family home. I don't want to have to live. I don't want to live in a condominium. I don't want to live in an apartment building. I want my own home, my own front yard, my backyard. I can host things. I know my neighbors. You know, my neighbors know me. If they need anything, we're all helping each other. We know the kids on the block. The kids should not be afraid to come to us about anything. We know the cops. We know all that. We have to bring community back. We know the small shops that are around. If you know if we don't want a business to lose, a business to leave, or if they know they're leaving, we rally behind them to keep them there. These are the things that we need to do, and we have to take full responsibility in making sure that they're still there. That is it. McCormick and Smith. McCormick and Smith is leaving. McCormick and Smith is a place that I've been going to for a very long time. Not only in Chicago, I've been there as much Chicago, but in DC, other places where like I was walking on the Magnificent Mile yesterday for a minute, and I'm just looking at that one block. It's in Ontario. I think it's Ontario, right? So you got the Lorries closed. You got the AT&T store closed. You got Grand Lux closed. Then you go down a little bit more, there's another closed business. Like the whole block right there just closed. That whole block right there is just closed. Like, what the hell? You know? So, uh, uh, yeah. So that's just one of the things. And then also people gotta understand I'm 40, I'll be 40, right? So politics is not going to be the same as it was in the 60s. It's not going to be the same as it was in the 70s. It's not going to be the same as it was in the 80s, 90s. And honestly, for the last 4 years, you know, the state of Illinois should have never been closed. Never been closed. And I think people need to understand that more than anything. It should have never been closed. That set us back. So, from a business point of view, I am very, very, very strategic on who we have to get behind when it comes to the state of Illinois and the city of Chicago. Because if we had the right representation in uh, in government at the time of COVID, they would have never shut the state of Illinois down. Never. If this would have been a red state and a governor that would have went with every other red governor, we'd be booming by now. We would still have our businesses, and we would not have no stupid valleys. Valleys is dumb. It's dumb. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of money. I'm gonna get into that later, but that needs to be axed out. Like if you take valleys and take it maybe near, you know what I'm saying? It's just not gonna work here. Take it to Indiana, take it to Las Vegas, take it out of here. You know what I'm saying? Take it out of here. It doesn't. Yeah, we don't need that. We need the city of Chicago known for music, culture, food, business, steel mills, farming and agriculture. We have a lot of things. Art, house music, gospel music. And we can celebrate Italian Italian heritage, Polish heritage, and Asian heritage. Saying we have too much heritage here that we are a Puerto Rican heritage. You've got the Mexican heritage. Like everybody can do what they need to do. So we've got Black Chicago, the culture, stepping, stepping is this city is known for stepping. I'm just tired. I'm tired of seeing this city lose their culture because you got people that don't know the culture and it just ain't got the swag, just don't get it. So we gotta change that, and we will change that when we get the right candidates and people in. Like I said, register to vote. You know, a lot of people are saying, well, it don't mean nothing if you vote. And you have the right to say that too. I'm not gonna push you and push you to vote, but you gotta look at these policies. And the policies don't make any sense on the Democratic Party. And you can sit here and call the Republicans racist and all that stuff, but the Democratic Party is just as racist. Racism, the country is built on racism. So like I said, I don't be tripping off no racism. I be tripping off of where my money at, where my tax money going, why they stealing, why there ain't no money for the kids, why are seniors worried about anything but enjoying life? Why are the teachers getting paid this much money, but we ain't got no kids in there to teach? Why is socialism, Marxism, and communism a thing here? Stuff like that. Like it doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense uh, uh, at all. I appreciate that. It's gonna happen. um, and that's just that. I went out yesterday. My first time since I've been. I'm a partier now, but it's my first time I went out for New Year's, and I celebrated with Fuqua and his wife and their friends and their family, which is great. Uh, so uh, yeah, okay. So please check out our books on the man, the Democrat plantation on, is that real? Fartloading.com. I hope that's real, Jeff. But yeah, uh, so no cursing, no name calling, keep pushing the facts. I'll lose some weight. So I see this double chin right here, so I gotta lose some weight. And I am gonna do that too now. Because once I get myself going, I can really get myself going. It don't take me that long to lose weight. I was an athlete my whole life. So I'm good on that part. So we'll take care of that. I always choose God first and my ancestors. Uh, okay, what's someone gave me a suggestion? What did Miss it says Ashiba says maybe you can start having monthly policy seminars followed by a step percent and people can make informed choices. Okay, write that down. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Me and Danny always talk about it. We're gonna get it together. I think one of my thing is this year I'm getting a place. So probably around between January and February, and then I can do that. See, like I said, I used to be an athlete all through elementary school, junior high, high school, and then went to college for a few semesters. So I just have to be on, everything has to, I'm really strict when it comes to a whole bunch of things. And right now, because I'm all over the place, because down at City Hall, trying to do content, I'm trying to keep it going, trying to keep my mental going and stuff like that, that I'm just all over the place. So, but me and Danny talk about that. So yes, 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 I will. But yes, it's gonna happen. Uh, yeah, 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 yeah. Um, and yeah, yeah. This year is going to in the next 30 to 60 days. You're gonna see transformation. You're gonna see the transformation. You're gonna see what what's about to happen. People are leaders that are starting to step in and ask, "What do you need? What can we do?" And that's something that I'm finally being heard. For a year, I've been screaming the same thing I've been needing, and and being heard. So I appreciate that, and that's that. I just need when it's time, we need all hands on deck. That's all. Need all hands on deck. So yes, red, red, red. We gotta try something different, y'all. We gotta try something different. We gotta try something new. And there's no hard feelings. You can't don't let these people make you feel bad about you loving your country. That's all we got. That's all we got. And don't let anybody make you feel bad that you want to try to vote for what is right. And even with that shame, with that guilt, well, they both ain't trash. They both ain't good. Okay, that's what you say. It's a new Republican Party. I'm the new Republican Party, new generation of politics. So you may not think that. So that any advice if you didn't vote for Madonna? Uh, my advice is to hold him to the fire. Make sure y'all everywhere he at. If you are in New York, uh, start looking at the governor candidate because Kathy's just as terrible. They're all terrible. All of the state governors, the Democratic state governors. Now, um, President Trump made sure there was no tax on tips federally. And in these blue states, they still making sure you taxed on tips. That's them. That ain't don't got nothing to do with him. He making sure you're not taxed on tips. The states is saying, no, you still gonna be taxed on tips. Why y'all say tax the rich? So I mean, the shit right itself. Excuse my language. The stuff right itself. I mean, you can't sit here and say tax the rich. Then when he puts in the big beautiful bill, it'll be no tax on tips, and then the blue states still gonna tax you on tips. I mean, right there, you need to vote these people out. Little things like that. Yeah, Pritzker's evil, but Pritzker's also a loser. You have to understand, a lot of these people that have gotten into government, they have been losers their whole entire life, right? So then when they get a little bit of power, they take it to they take it over here somewhere. They take it so far that you gotta do you gotta do what we're doing, you know. Uh, right. And these nonprofits need to be shut down. Every nonprofit. It ain't. Yeah. And that's another reason. I think another person said too, like, you're gonna lose your fan base. You're gonna lose your fan base or whatever, because you're asking for people to purchase my birthday wish. I'm asking y'all to purchase a hoodie. And I'm like, I'm for profit. I've been for profit. I've never not been out here long. I'm for profit. I don't mind. I don't mind paying taxes. I do not mind paying taxes, like Dick Gregory said, if it goes to a friendly country. I have no issue paying taxes on my money because I want to do whatever I want to do with my money. If I want to help a whole block of people and I'm able to help a whole block of people, then yes, because all the people who purchase from me, those are customers, right? And that is how you're going to continue to keep it going. So if I got to continue to, if I got to pay if I got to pay, I don't mind paying. But you got to give the person a chance to make money. The city of Chicago is not giving nobody. You cannot afford to tax no corporations right now. You can't afford it. We don't have anybody. And then we're losing restaurants. Chicago's known for food. They're known for food. Like, uh, yeah, flip New York flips red. Absolutely. I'm for it. I'm for it. Like I said, I ain't no gatekeeper. I'm not selfish. I ain't no gatekeeper, man. I want everybody to eat. I want everybody to be successful. And I want everybody to have a chance to live the American life that we're supposed to be living because we born and raised in this country. Yeah, we got no issues at all. Yeah, taxes are killing us. It's killing us. And you're dealing with these weird people who who just don't care because they don't know how to. They're not used to running anything. They're not gonna be used to running anything. They literally stealing. No, we dealing with scammers. These are scammers. These are the scammer elites. Somebody told me the reason why they closing down for a week and a week and a half because they taking out everything out. They cleaning out because they know they don't get no more money. They cleaning out they offices and stuff because they know it's over. They know in a matter of time that the feds is coming. The feds is coming. So um, yeah, we're gonna have a great summer. We're gonna have some victories in 2026, and I'm gonna tell you this: stay on your city council member, your city council, whoever is your alderman, stay on them. Whoever your state rep, stay on them. Whoever's your U.S. congressional member, stay on them. Whoever the new senator is, stay on them. Whoever gonna be the new governor, stay on them. Don't be afraid to reach out to us, because it has to be a change. We can't we get. So that's why I said I'm very, 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 very strategic on who we um who we gonna get in these seats. So Kenwood High School principal has a D9 running that school. She's an AKA and mayor. Gonna be at children. Yeah, yeah, I know that. A whole bunch of people, kids that ain't on the west side, go to Kenwood. That don't need to be on there. So it's all messed up. My thing is, I feel like people should have a school choice, but the mayor is the worst example of that. He just sucks and just don't care about nobody but himself. But they also have a lot of money to get all of these schools together. If you could give 14 well, $13.59 million to Kenwood. Then you turn around and give $910,000 to Kenwood, which comes up to almost $15 million. Then yeah, you can give it to a lot of other schools that's out here as well. So that goes to the alumni. See, I ain't go to no school here except St. Elizabeth. Went from fourth grade. My mom's old school. I told you we're Catholic. We were born and raised Catholic. So but yeah, y'all need to start saying nothing. You start going down there and stuff like that. Um, and I mean, I heard the rumor that it's supposed to be a national strike when it comes to these taxes, and I hope that's true. Danielle called for one. I called for one. Jessica called for one. So, we put it out there. We put it out there what we wanted. So hopefully, it resonates with the rest of the country. And I know that President Trump will be for it. Because y'all ain't let him, y'all not let him do anything. Y'all got the courts all tied up. So I'm pretty sure my man will let it happen. He'll be probably happy, probably proud of us. You know what I'm saying? To do it. Because then maybe you'll listen. Maybe they'll listen to. It. So so yeah. So yeah, I'm down for nobody don't pay nothing until we get Department of Justice involved and look to see what's got going on. Got going on. Tomorrow we will be interviewing our famous Friday. We'll be interviewing Miss Stephanie. Her son was in a car accident. And unfortunately, both people passed away. He was a NYU graduate, and she's not getting any answers from anybody. And they believe to see that he was a, a migrant. They're gonna take care of their migrants. Yeah. Oh, say your daughter graduated from Kenwood. It's not that good once they hit high school. Uh, yeah, I had an ex that graduated from Kenwood. They said back in the day, Kenwood was that school. So I don't know, but I do know they got good old $14 million of that good TIF district. I do know that much. And honestly, anybody that's for illegals before Americans, we need to boycott them as well. Let them go out of business because no, that's not how this works. Not how this works. All the person who is for that too, you like I said, just learn how to get them up out of office. Because it's America first, baby. This is how this works. It's America first. It's a privilege for them to be over here, and they do not come before us. They definitely don't come before our kids. They definitely don't come before our homeowners. They definitely don't come before our seniors or our businesses. And that's just what I'm on right there now. Yeah, you just can't come over here and just get everything that we supposed to get, and it's a hard time for us. But I don't know what the hell. It's wow. So, um, Yeah, so I think that's basically it. I hope everybody ate their black eyed peas and their seafood, and drinking their water, and and 68th in Dorchester. That don't even look at that. I seen migrants arguing yesterday, and about 10 of them popped up, and more came in cars at the building on 68th and Dorchester. Like, come on, fam. 68th and Dorchester. That's what I'm saying. Like, so yeah, we're gonna be out. We're gonna be more out in the trenches this quarter to show you why we are going red. And we don't got to even yell about it. We just have to show the hypocrisy and where our money is going, why these lying aldermen keep telling y'all something different, because they all in on it. So thank you, Mr. Jason. Says, when will Chicago flip red file an appeal or go to Supreme Court? When will you have a protest of the taxes? Why don't you all marching around City Hall like Democrats did? Pritchard just passed tuition funding for state colleges. When are you planning on marching? Protesting. Johnson said he wouldn't raise taxes. Um, well, the issue is, and I think that this is what people need to understand. When I first protested, a lot of people that don't think anything is wrong with this, that's fine. They'll be crying later when these migrants have everything they want. You right about that? Kennedy, Mr. Kennedy, or Mr. Kennedy. Um, so when I protested in 2023, when I decided to protest, um, and I knew, like I said, I knew the people from Black Lives Matter. And they told me that I would have to get 100 people out there. That means you got to pay 100 people. I feel like we should have to pay anybody to protest. I do feel like uh, the best the best angle for us is we're going to start holding town halls, which we are going to do. We're going to start holding town halls, and then we are going to file a lawsuit pertaining to them messing up our freedom of speech down there. Well, Danielle, I already have a lawsuit in with the city, but Danielle, we're working on Danielle and Danielle now and Lynetta and her children for what they did last week. But people are lazy. They're not going to get out here and protest the way that you think that CTU and stuff. Them people are paying them people. They're paying them, and I refuse to pay anybody. Now, I feel like once um, we file everything when it comes to our PAC, when we file everything when it comes to our candidates running and who we are going to endorse for governor. I think the getting the town halls together and bringing everybody together and making sure everybody's ready to vote, people have the bone to pick with the city, all those type of things, getting them to come downtown, getting them to come down. I think that that's better. But a lot of these, like Dick Gregory said, a lot of these protests are paid. You know what I'm saying? These are not grassroots protests. They're not, you know. Um, and because we have technology and social media and things like that, we don't have to go out there like our ancestors did and our allies did and our grandparents and Dr. King and all them. Like we pretty much they've pretty much set the ground. It's just about getting to making people understand policies, making people understand why we need to change. Why we need to overthrow this government and make it the new government, which would be the new Republicans or the new conservatives, and why and just break down like if you keep going the Democratic route, we're not gonna have anything. Like they only cater to people who are undiagnosed. They undiagnosed. The people they cater to is undiagnosed. They want sex changes on our children. They're okay with keeping our kids over hypersexualized. They don't care about them killing. They don't care about them knowing anything about traditions, morals, values, relationships, maturity, home ownership, business ownership, any of these things. You know, they're devil work them. They're devil worshippers. They are a whole nother. This ain't no saving the Democratic Party. Like you got this, you got to dismantle that. Like it's just rest in peace to the Democratic Party. They don't care. I'm saying, you know how like you know how everything be cool. You know, you may party all day. Like you know, you in your 20s, right? Early teens, 20s, and then eventually you be like, oh, yeah, I can't do this no more. It's time to uh, be productive. It's time to be a productive citizen in the city. It's time to, no game. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to settle down. I'm ready to get married. I'm ready to start a family. I'm ready to own my own business, or I'm ready to retire, but retire because you really liked what you did and you gave all you got, and don't let the union manipulate you and stuff like that. And get a lot of these union leaders need to be they need to be gone because they ain't they trash too. You understand? So yeah, and ignore rumors. Ignore rumors. Ignore people trying to take you out of your element. There's some people that just want to get a rise out of you, and you don't need to do that. You don't need. You need let them get a rise by themselves. And that's just what it is. You think that we messed up, black people, man? These white people messed up too, man. They be throw that my name and stuff be thrown in these weird battles over here on the white side, and they be wanting me to say something. I'm not saying nothing because at the end of the day, y'all crazy too. Man, yeah, it's a case by case study. It's a case by case study, and politics is cutthroat. You know, and they not, and I'm not gonna get in it. I'm not gonna get in these weird battles, because uh, people don't want the change. The change is to change some of this corruption. So I'm not with it. I shouldn't be the youngest and ignore and lead by example by ignoring. So man, people, yeah, I ain't with it. And the men are just as worse than the women. I mean, if not worse, they probably worse, because their ego getting the best of them. Uh, because they look at our group as this like just they look at this group as this like black group and stuff like that. Yes, it was founded by black people, but look at it, it was founded by a group of entrepreneurs that was fed up. Okay, fed up with the BS in this city, fed up with how they don't care about the south side and west side, don't care about the north side, don't care about the business, don't care about the city of Chicago. And honestly, it had to take, I guess, us to finally push the hypocrisy, push like because we only vote blue, so I think people need to not look at it as this black group. People need to look at it as a group that's for the South Side and the West Side, that was founded by South Siders and West Side, that was founded by a group of entrepreneurs, but that are also that happen to be black and is not going to downplay their blackness for to be liked. You know, just like I don't expect nobody to play down their whiteness to be liked, their Indianness to be liked, their Asian to be liked, their Hispanic to be liked. Like, we all Americans. We all bring something to the table. Well, the Americans that are born and raised here, we all bring something to the table. Or the ones who assimilated here, we all bring something to the table. And when we get to the table, we need to all be able to share and expand and do what it needs to be. There's enough room for everybody. But we're not going to be pushed out, or I'm not going to dilute my blackness because it makes a white person feel uncomfortable or makes somebody else uncomfortable. Like, no, I'm not going to do that. Just like I don't expect them to dilute their whiteness to make black people to feel uncomfortable. Like, no, if you feel like you know that you're not racist and you know that you are and you're for America, you're for seeing everybody's drive, it shouldn't be no issue, it should be no problem. So that's just how I feel about it, you know. So it's enough room for everybody. I don't have to relate to you, you don't have to relate to me, but we can respect each other and know that we have a country to save. Uncomfortable truth. Yeah, I'm not gonna stop listening to rap music. I'm not gonna stop going out. I'm not gonna stop living my life because I'm called a patriot. I'm gonna be a patriot regardless. Listening to No Doubt, to listening to 21 Savage, listening to Andre Bocelli, listening to Frank Sinatra, listening to whatever. I'm gonna be a listen to Afrobeats. I'm gonna listen to whatever. I love music. So that's just what it is. I love all types of music. I love Bruce Springsteen. I love Nicki Minaj. I love Shabba Ranks. I love Aretha Franklin. I love Diana Ross. I love it all. I love Marilyn Manson. Marilyn Manson got some hits. People be like, you like Marilyn Manson? Yes. Beautiful people. Beautiful. I love, yeah. Man, pop-up video. And pop-up, listen, VH1 pop-up video and MTV, even though, and I heard that MTV is gone now to 44 years, something like that. But pop-up video and MTV, they were some of the best shows. TRL, Total Request Live. You understand? You had 106 in Park. Like, I grew up on all types of music. Taylor, Taylor Swift, I don't really got no songs that I like from her, but I don't got no issue with Taylor Swift. You know, it's just her politics. It's, so did you hear about what happened to most of the epidemiologists at the health department? They got rid of them because they spent billions of dollars. $1.8 billion. No, I didn't hear. And they was wild for that. No, please let me know. Yeah, I'm not for Bad Bunny. Now, one thing, I ain't a fan of Bad Bunny, so I will not be watching the Super Bowl halftime for that. But there'll be some people that will. How they ran out of money? Man, they spent $1.8 billion, all that money that they had. And you're right. Because when I looked, well, I guess you have to be right. Because when I looked at the budget, I did not see the epidemiology program in there. But for, was it 2020? Started with 5 million, and it went up to 1.8 $1 billion. Woo! That's a wow. They just be stealing. Ooh, you know what else? They be stealing that HIV grant money too. That's a whole nother topic that we gonna have to get into. They stealing the HIV grant money. They probably stealing the cancer treatment, the chemotherapy grant money. They stealing everything. Man, they love stealing that HIV money. Let's see what it say. Congratulations over and over, Chicago Fist Red. Happy New Year. May God bless and give you all your heart desires. You have come a long way since flipping red live video. Thank you so much for the encouraging words. Oh, my man, OG, Mr. Riley. So yeah, you know, so yeah, it's just honestly, it's just let the millennials take over and let's just make it right. You know, we'll call out the BS when we see the BS. Everything that's BS is not racist. Everything that's BS is not prejudice. Some of it's just ignorance, and then some is just full hate. You know, but we will call it out when it is time. But when it is racism, we will call out the racism as well because you got to do that. It's still a case by case study. But majority is just all the money that has been stolen, that's been allocated to our community. Majority. That's why our community is the only community that looks the way that it looks. And anybody that wants to challenge that with me is how I feel like you may be a little bit racist because all the other communities have everything they have in their communities except ours because our own people are stealing from us. So we have to discuss that and call them out on it. And if we do not call them out on it, it's going to continue to happen. That's why we have to dismantle the Democratic Party first, right? We dismantled. Well, I think it's dismantled already. We just got to get ready for midterms because yeah, ain't nobody playing. I heard word on the street. Elon Musk about to put some money up. You understand when it comes to these November midterms? Yeah, ain't nobody playing with these people. Ain't no. We're not gonna lose it to the. We're not gonna lose it to the left, to the loonies, because that's what they are. They're absolutely Looney Tunes. Um, and they can yeah, you know. So it's go time. And that's it. So yeah, I just wanted to hop on here, y'all, and give you my love and just know that we coming. We outside. We outside and we're gonna get it together. We're actually having our first town hall in January, and we will put out the details and we hope uh people show up. But we're gonna have more. So the more is we're gonna build it. We're gonna build it because everything you gotta build. You know, we built Chicago Fist Red. We built it to what it is now. And if it was not because of you guys, we would not be where we are. So we are very grateful for each and every supporter, anybody that sends us an email, sends us money, sends us register to vote, asking for volunteers. Which that's one more thing I want to let you go. We have a volunteer list. We're actually gonna do another. We're going to do another volunteer call, a call out so people can so we can get the emails and stuff like that. Because we do have a lot of volunteers. Because like I said, it's gonna take us. It's gonna take all of us. And but we got it. And I'm just grateful for y'all. Thank y'all so much. I love y'all. January 22nd, we will have something at the Rebar. Our meetup at the Rebar is the day before my birthday. So I would love y'all all to come out. And that's it. And I'm working on a conservative art show. for my birthday. They're putting all the I got skills to make me a couple of great paintings for it. So yeah. All right, y'all. Love y'all. All hands on deck.